Hello everybody. I want to talk to you today about the fact that we've started to come out of lockdown this week. I'm sure lots of people were really excited about the fact that things were starting to open up again, and I was certainly one of them. I popped into a real live shop that wasn't a supermarket earlier in the week and was really excited. Had planned in advance that was what I was going to do during a break. Went in there, had a little nosy around. It wasn't very busy. Got to sort of have a good mooch and what have you, but did find myself when I came out feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So just thought I would share with you my thoughts about this, and also, having spoken to others this week, discovered that actually there is a general feeling of anxiety around coming out of lockdown. It's been a long time. We've had like little snippets in between times, but it's been a long time since we've been actually able to sort of be reasonably free about what we do. So in terms of how that feels, I think it's definitely a surprise. I'm a really sociable person. I like to see people. I do like my own time as well, time alone, time with my family and what have you, but was really quite surprised that just a simple thing as going to the shop could be quite overwhelming, particularly bearing in mind that in my head it was no different from going to a supermarket. So just thought I'd share some quick thoughts about this. Did a bit of journaling about it afterwards and thought that I would share my thoughts and some tips for you. So, anxiety about coming out of lockdown. You may or may not expect it. You may be a really sociable person who thinks they're really happy to come out of lockdown and see people. Don't be surprised if you actually find that once you have started to do things, that suddenly you realise that, oh, actually this does feel a bit weird. Even if it's just the thing like meeting up with friends. I know we're not supposed to hug, but do we hug? Do we not? What is their stance on things? Are they being really careful? Are they not? Are they quite sort of relaxed? All those sorts of elements. So first of all, maybe if you're meeting up with somebody, maybe just ascertain where they are in terms of the whole restrictions and being careful and what have you. So that's the first thing. Don't plan up your diary. It might feel like you can just go, woohoo, we're all out. Yeah, this is really exciting. Let's meet 3 friends this week and 2 more at the weekend and what have you. Don't be tempted to do that. Just take it one step at a time. One step at a time, one day at a time is really important, particularly for feelings of overwhelm. And that's not specific to lockdown, that's specific to any sort of feelings of overwhelm. Sometimes it can feel like there's so much coming towards us, or there's so much going on in the next few days, but just take it one step at a time. You don't have to constantly be thinking about all the things in the future. Anybody who knows me really well will be laughing, because actually that's the kind of thing that I am guilty of doing, that I'm working really hard on to try and fix or improve in myself. Sorry, not fix, that's maybe not the right word, but to improve in myself is to not constantly be looking forward to the next thing, but try and live in the moment a little bit more. So book in stages. So if you are arranging to meet a friend, instead of arranging to go straight to a restaurant with them, maybe first of all you want to meet up in the garden. Maybe then you want to go for a walk. Maybe, I know that the going out for a walk thing's been okay for a while, but I actually haven't been out on that many walks with other people outside of my household. So for me, that still feels like a new step that I haven't taken in a while. So definitely do that. So book in stages, plan ahead as much as you can. So just make sure, right, okay, so I'm going here and this is what I'll need. And have I checked on the restrictions in that area? Have I checked on how safe that restaurant is? What restrictions they've got in place and the things that I'll need to do. So it's just about going in as prepared as possible. So don't book up your diary too much. Do plan ahead to make sure that you know what restrictions are in place, how your friend is feeling and what have you if you're meeting up with a friend. Do try to book in stages if you are feeling quite anxious. So start off with something very casual in the garden before working your way up to actually going to a restaurant together, and take one day at a time and take one thing at a time. So don't be tempted to go rushing ahead. Try to live in what is happening next, as opposed to what's happening in a week's time, what's happening in 3 weeks' time. Just live in that moment. So I hope those are a little bit helpful, particularly if your feelings this week have come as a bit of a shock. So if not, have a think about those. See if the things that you can put in place if you haven't started going out and about yet, and I hope they help you. In the meantime, take care and stay safe. All right, lots of love.